Good afternoon, good evening, good night. Some of you guys, good night, but let's see what we got here. Welcome. Again, I apologize for the delay. Doing a lot here, getting a lot done. What's it? How are we doing out there? Mod Squad. Shout outs to you. What? Bumblebee, love your face. Callie's got some tickets. Let's get this party going. It is official that this coming weekend I will be featuring an all access pass. So you guys will be able to follow along very closely, like the Oscars, like the Emmys, you know what I mean? Let's see. I've been just so fucking busy, man. I don't even have time to sleep. Again, hello to everybody. Thank you guys for joining in. Let's see. I mean, I don't even know where to begin. Literally, I have so much shit on my plate that when I say I don't know where to begin, I literally mean it. So how about this? Let's start with viewer questions. Maybe the best place to start is with those that are here. So let's go ahead and go with some viewer questions. Boston made an appearance? No way! Okay. I know the number one question that's been asked, Lana, are you getting your hair done for the event? Yes, I am. So if you guys could see here, my hair has gotten, I told you guys it's gotten long, and I will be taking off. I just talked to Miranda today. She's got all the goods. My hair will be done on Wednesday, which is what I recommend, that whole like 3 to 4 days. So my hair will be done. I will not be rocking a hat at the event. Let's see what else. What other private DMs have I received? Am I in a relationship? No. Would I be in one? Depends. No, not what you wear, but you know. Whew. Am I looking for a surrogate? Maybe. What other questions were on that? Do you still talk to Natasha Cooper? I've never talked to Natasha Cooper in my life other than through true crime. I don't know if that was like a sexual question or what. Somebody asked me if I still talk to Allie. I don't know, so I didn't know how to like gauge it. Somebody asked me if I know who Parker is. Nope, never met her, but heard she's obsessed. Other questions? Whew. Am I paying the rent? For what? That doesn't even make sense. That question doesn't even make sense. Yeah, I mean, these people's questions are all over the place, so. But my life is fucking fire. Go Bearcats! Go Browns! What a weekend! Unfortunately, we have to talk about something that's not as, I guess you could say, it's not a pumped up topic. So, with that being said, oof. You guys. Do you know Nick? Oh, God. I know a couple Nicks, so you're going to have to be more specific. So the answer to that is, do I know Nick? Yes. Do I know Nick Atkinson? Hard pass. Hard pass. Hard pass on that. Hard pass. Oh, washroom. What's that? Okay. We waited until the last possible, moment to drop any addresses to where the VIP event was happening. You guys, when I say this, that people like literally stalk me slash, like, I mean, I don't even know what verbiage you want to use. It is factual. Like, so we are just now dropping the location tonight on the website as far as where the VIP event will be held. It's probably made its way to some people, but some people are not welcomed, and I guess I have that right, throwing a party, throwing an event. It's kind of like anything in life. I just think about my mom's graduation party rules for me, and those were no this, no this, no this, no this, no that, no that, or otherwise they will be escorted out of there. So, yeah, but I know that a lot of people out there are so supportive of what I'm doing, and I only felt it was right morally. I don't owe anybody anything, but inside of my heart, inside of my brain, I do feel that certain people are, you know, they are worthy of things, and they should get, I mean, it's gonna be more fucking work for me, but guess what? That's what I do. So I am allowing people that want to be a part of this day that can't physically, you know, come across the blue seas. I'm giving them a chance to do it, and you can do it by, if you become a member on Fight for a Family, you're gonna be able to see all the links, and when you click on those links, you're then gonna be able to catch everything that you need to and more. So everybody that's been supporting me since day one, if you've been supporting me since day 90th, I see you, I appreciate you, and I want you to be able to be part of the premiere that is so important to my mission, which is, you know, wrongful convictions being overturned, getting people to come forward that might be scared, you know, all of those things that go with the post-conviction process. So again, thank you guys, and if you can't make it, you can show me that you really care by seeing us be silly and have fun. And this is what change is all about. Change is all about doing, and if I want to hold other people accountable, I hold myself accountable, which means if I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. I try to do that. I try to put everything I got into stuff, period. And I just want everybody that wants to be a part of it to be able to have that that chance, that opportunity. So that was my goal. My goal was to make people that want to be a part of something, to give them that Bumblebee, this is for you. I know that if you lived even remotely in the States, you'd probably find a way to be there. So I'm excited. Could I fail and fall on my face? Sure. But guess what? You don't know until you try it. I think that my evidence speaks for itself. I think that my work ethic speaks for itself. And most importantly, I think that these two people are 100% innocent because of the work I've done, the research I've done, no question about it. And now we just gotta get the public, we got to get the right people behind what we're doing. So as far as Sunset Seer goes, that was the spiel about that. And it's very important that I always talk about it because that's a huge part of what I do now. Just like when I took on the 35C with Chris, what did I do? I came back with the best attorneys. I was successful. I'm not trying to be cocky, but I know that I will be successful. It's just a matter of, I guess, time. And unfortunately, the longer that it takes, the longer that 2 innocent people are behind bars. So again, I welcome everybody to chat. Thank you guys for being here. You know that song, I Got a Reason, I'm Conceited? I'm about to play that for you guys. But Boston says I have a reason. Well, let's get down to it. Next on the docket, I'm just gonna have my docket here. I had to handle some things at the courthouse today, so I took care of my business that I had to take care of. Look at this hair. Like, I just waited so long to cut it, but it's well worth it. Miranda texted me, she's like, Wednesday, 11:15. I said, okay. And then she said, are we going live again? I said, okay. So I'm gonna go live from my hairdresser's salon. She's A, the best in Columbus, but B, she's smoking. So you guys can definitely have some eye candy on Wednesday. Let's see what else. Now let's get down to, guys, there's rights and there's morals, and unfortunately sometimes they just don't align. That's just what happens. That's life, but that is what we are here to talk about. That's the song today, is Never Gonna Give You Up. And that means the truth. So oh boy, Boston, you better get that hair appointment on. Uh-oh, look out. So let's talk about it. Morals versus the law. Our founding fathers did all these things. We have certain rights. We have the right to remain silent. We have the right to do this. We have the right to do that. But truth be told, with what I've dealt with and everything that I've been involved with, is that no matter what, I do think that people should invoke their right to remain silent, especially when the media is involved. You never know what somebody can say you said. It happened in the Chris Watts case, okay? You know, it happens anytime that you speak. I mean, you're at the liberty of what a reporter wants to write, and then who's that going to be seen by, and then all the things that follow with that. So your right to remain silent is something that I think that everybody needs to invoke, their right to remain silent, period. Now, does that mean that because I'm telling you to remain silent, I am obstructing justice? No. I don't think that means I am literally saying you have the right to remain silent. And then what are the next words? Anything that you say can and will be used against you. Think about that. That's so early on in your Miranda rights. Like, this is what someone's gonna say to you. Just in case nobody knows this. When you hear these words to you, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. Like, I mean, literally, that is what they were saying to you within their first. So that should just like scare you into being like, why do you think that's in the beginning of it? Because it's so important. That's why. It's so important. Like our right to remain silent is so important that's why it's there in the Miranda warnings. Again, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in court. But how about this part about it? What about if I'm talking to you and you don't have a body cam, you don't have paper, you don't have pen, and I'm talking to you, but we're not on body cam, and there's witnesses that can say, oh no, they were definitely talking, then how can what you possibly say I said, how can I defend that? How can I defend against whatever it is that you're going to say that I said? How do I defend that? Now, this is just about, we are talking about as everything as a whole. This is not about this case or that case or this is about everything as a whole. How can I possibly know that you aren't going to say that I said something that I did not say if I speak? And then you have witnesses that say, oh yeah, no, they talked to the cops. They were read their right. They were read their Miranda warnings. I mean, but if I don't say anything, if I say nothing, then it is what it is, right? So the next is you have the right to talk to a lawyer for advice before we ask you any questions. You have the right to have a lawyer with you during questioning. If you cannot afford a lawyer, one will be appointed for you before any questioning if you wish. And then last but not least, if you decide to answer questions now without a lawyer present, you have the right to stop answering at any time. Do you understand the rights I have just read to you? With these rights in mind, do you wish to speak to me? Well, that right there, my first question is I'm going to show you guys an example. And the example is the body cam of Christopher Lee Watts's shit, only because I know all of you guys have mostly come from the Christopher Lee Watts case to follow me. When was Chris read his Miranda rights? Now, people are then going to say, well, when do you read Miranda rights to somebody? When you arrest somebody, right? No? When do your Miranda rights get read to you? Now, the clear-cut definition of when somebody should be read their Miranda rights is as followed. It doesn't matter whether an interrogation occurs in a jail, at the scene of a crime, on a busy downtown street. Again, interrogation, or in the middle of an open field. If a person is in custody, aka deprived of his or her freedom of action in any significant way, the police must read the Miranda rights. When do you consider something an interrogation, though? Because right here it says it could be occurs in jail, at the scene of a crime, on a busy downtown street, or in the middle of an open field. If a person is in custody, deprived of his or her freedom of action in any significant way, so for example, hypothetically speaking, let's say that Sheldon Jeter wakes up at 3:36 a.m. 3:36 a.m. He has his cell phone in hand because it registers him walking down taking 15 steps, which is to get down to the main level, and then makes a phone call by 3:39 a.m. So you got 3:36 a.m. that him and his phone move. The cops write something that says that they arrive on premises at 3 o'clock. They talk to Emmanuel Moreland at around 3:15. And then now we have Jeter's cell phone data that shows that he has been silent until he walks down steps, or it just has taking steps, 15, 17 steps at 3:36 a.m. and some change. Okay. But yet he then makes a phone call at 3:39 a.m. and some change. So he's got a 3-minute window of which supposedly an interview took place. They're going to consider that just like an interview, correct? Or, I mean, is he being interrogated? Is it an interview? What do you think transpired within 3 minutes? Well, my question is, if I can't possibly read the notes of the officer within 3 minutes, how could that have happened in 3 minutes? But we'll get to that. But now let's transfer this over to Gabby and Brian's case. So authorities made their way to the door, knocked on the door and said, "Hey, we're looking for Brian. Brian's not home. Brian's here." I mean, whatever they said, my guess is that he's not home. Okay. What happens then? Have a nice day. Oh, well, okay. Do you mind if we ask you some questions? What does this pertain to? I mean, what type of dialect do you think happened at that point? Because the parents had to have said at that point, he's not here. What do you think the authorities said? Like, okay, that sounds great. Have a nice day. You think that's what happened? I can promise you that's not what happened. They're going to ask things like, oh, well, when's the last time you saw him? Things like that. Oh, so, but you've seen him? Because I know that they were out of town. Have you seen him since? things like that. They're going to make it seem like innocent questions that they're asking you. But now the question is did these officers have body cams on them? If at any point in time the family said, Brian's not here and we just had an altercation with his father, we called our attorneys, so therefore everything's going to be taken care of through our attorneys. Now, the question now lies is, what do you mean that everything's going to be taken care of through your attorneys? Brian's an adult, you're an adult, and then your husband's an adult. So whose attorneys? So you have a family attorney? This is where it just becomes a mess with legal, moral, and everything on what everybody wants to say. Why can't cops do this? And why isn't this happening? Why isn't that happening? Well, because if you want Gabby to get justice, you have to do things the right way. Otherwise, a body cam in that type of situation, depending on how it all played out, would be very, very detrimental to your case if your officers did something that's not legal. So, and again, I don't know the wording that the parents gave. I don't know the wording that his parents gave. So his parents, what her dad did, obviously none of us know any of that, but what I can tell you is that what officers are trained to do is not fumble an investigation. Like, play it by the book. That way, if that's what you're taught, that's what you go through training for. But I can tell you, I don't care if people want to talk about what's morally right and what's legally right, and everybody's morals are different. Everybody's standards are different. Like, you'd fuck a 5, I'm only fucking 9s. But hey, that's a standard thing. Your standards and my standards are going to be completely different. But what does the law say? The law says to check your emotions, otherwise you're going to royally mess stuff up. And unfortunately, that's the problem with all of these YouTube people, all of these TikTok people. Nobody wants to talk about things from an educational standpoint. Nobody wants to talk about things from a legality standpoint. Everybody just wants to be like, well, why wouldn't his family help out? Like, what do you mean? His family help out in what? Like, you don't even know what's going on. You have no idea what they know. Nobody knows anything. But everybody wants to sit at home and say they would do this and they would do that. I'm going to tell you right now. How do you think a false confession happens? How do you think people that are wrongfully convicted get convicted wrongfully? It's because they don't use their right to remain silent. And that is a huge thing that I'm going to fight for. Because do it the right way, and you're still going to get Brian if he's the one. You're still going to get the parents if they're the one. I believe that you will get the right one when you do it the right way. That's my philosophy. Just like, I'm gonna always use sports analogies. You're gonna win ball games when you do fundamentals correct. What do we teach when we're such a young age? We teach fundamentals. Games are won and lost by fundamentals. When you don't have fundamentals, you lose games. When you don't use your fundamentals in your profession, you lose a case. I'm sorry, but my liberty, I'm not going to put in jeopardy over your feelings. And that's the problem that people cannot stomach. People cannot stomach you saying, you want me to jeopardize my freedom for your feelings? So then let's reverse the morality there. Why is your feelings more important than my freedom? So you have to put things on both sides of the teeter-totter. You can't say, you can't have your cake and eat it too here. You just can't. You can't believe in morality if you don't see it the other way. And that's why I'm sorry, but morality isn't a part of law. And it needs to stay not a part of law, because it just will dilute the process. Everybody should be invoking their right to remain silent until a lawyer can be present. Period. Period. If you're read your Miranda rights, you need to invoke those. You read me my rights. Oh, those are my rights? Okay, yeah, I have no idea just do this. I have no idea what's going on. I'm gonna need someone to talk to me about this. Yeah, I'm not saying anything because I have no idea what's going on right now. I'm gonna need some help. Say the words help. Say the words, I have no idea what's going on, because you don't know what's going on. You literally do not know what's going on. Unless you are some guru, you don't know what's going on. And why wouldn't the parents think about this? They have no idea what their son did or didn't do. Because I have to go back to what I've been saying in my last lives, is nobody has talked to Brian. So they're adults, and I don't think the family would be represented by one attorney. I could be wrong there if an attorney would take on the family because he is living at home, on their insurance. That would be like a very fine line. But I can tell you this, that there's going to be a conflict of interest if Brian did do something wrong. An attorney's going to say, you're going to need to be represented separately because we have to protect your interests. We have no idea what your son has done or hasn't done. We have no idea. But what we know is that you have not done anything. We got to preserve that. And so I could just see an attorney saying those things, that, okay, well, you guys need separate counsel here. But I believe that Brian's parents didn't know what was going on, because, unless you think he came home, walked the door, and was just like, oh my God, I killed her, and da-da-da, and he just started, spilling his guts. And then they're like, okay, we'll go hiking, and we're gonna act like, you know what I mean? Like, that's a lot. Especially if it was September 1st. Why wait to go hiking, all those days later? There's just a lot for me to really wrap my head around about that, but I'm just not going to, because it's just not fathomable. My son's lawyer told me to never invite them in. Yeah, no, I would never invite anybody in as far as law enforcement, unless you know for a fact that, I invited law enforcement over my house a couple days ago because I did a wellness check on my neighbor. Bless her heart, Jean, she's 85. And I wanted them to see something. But regardless, I would never invite anybody into my home. But as soon as you invite them in, actually, you can just tell them to leave. So that's yes and no with that. Yeah, to the moon and back, great point there. Everybody keeps forgetting this whole morality thing. Your lawyer is going to tell you to protect yourself. Once you get an attorney, they're going to say, no, you're not saying anything. We're recommending this on your behalf. This isn't about, we're going to give a statement about Brian. Brian isn't, you'd have to look at the reports to see who was legally representing Brian and how that ever came about, because Brian never walked into anybody's lawyer's office and said, I want to obtain legal counsel. Again, all of that, this is called, this is Criminal Justice 101. And Criminal Justice 101 tells you that if you believe in people's rights, then you should not be hell-bent over this. You should be hell all about this. because why should parents be, you know, because all we have to blame here is the media. The media is the one that's saying his family is hindering an investigation. Where are we getting that from? I want to see documentation that says his family is hindering an investigation, because if they thought they were hindering an investigation, they could arrest them for obstruction of justice, okay? And that's not what happened. Otherwise, they would have been arrested for obstruction of justice, and that's not what happened. There's no obstructing of justice if there's no justice needed at the time. But you got the media running their cocksuckers, and I'm sorry, and then you got all these YouTubers and these TikTokers and all this other fucking bullshit that they don't know shit, but they just want to run their mouths, and because they have a bunch of viewers, and I'm just gonna make this go viral, and then you got a bunch of muddied waters. But here y'all are talking about stuff that you have no idea about anything. And all you're doing is literally live streaming fucking media. So you're small media, but now you're just gonna stream big time media. Okay, sign me up for that. That's what's happening. So meanwhile, you're just muddying waters because you're just repeating the big time media bullshit that you have no idea if it's true or not. But hey, you know what? Chopper 5, they're down there. We're gonna go ahead and get that shit. You don't know shit about it. But you want to applaud yourself because, hey, look at all my viewers that are watching me reproduce big time media. If you are all about true crime and the justice system of the United States of America, then that starts with our U.S. Constitution. And if you don't believe in the U.S. Constitution, then you don't know shit about your shit. So if anybody wants to go live and talk to me one-on-one about criminal justice, bring it. You know, you want to talk about emotions like Jerry Springer style and who's baby daddy and baby mama. I don't give a fuck who's anybody's daddy or mommy. I don't. Because there's a lot of daddies and mommies by DNA that aren't daddies and mommies, so I don't give a shit about that. That's the truth. This is the problem. I sat in a courtroom, literally for God knows how many days, and I witnessed reporters / channels, news channels, reporting on the Sheldon Jeter Jr. case, which had to do with the unfortunate tragic death of Tiger Pugh. And it's like, well, where are you? You weren't there for all these days, but yet you're going to speak upon this. You don't talk to this family. You don't talk to that family. Well, let's just get all of our fucking information from one person. And then what are you doing? You guys are all reporting on one person's opinion. That's what's happening. So it's my opinion that you guys are crazy, because I would never live stream somebody. It's like copying fucking homework. Why would I copy your homework? Well, let me just go make an ass out of myself. Why would I copy your bullshit? I'm copying homework for what? Why am I copying homework? I just don't get it. So here it is. I have to use my examples, and that's me in a courtroom. I'm watching something unfold. John Paul is watching something unfold, and I'm commenting and reporting a certain way, which no one has ever done. He's writing things a certain way, but then comments on me being a fucking whatever. Like, he's trying not only in his reporting to comment and give his opinion on his interpretation of what he personally, nobody told him what, we're watching a trial. So this is John Paul's version. But in his version of events, he wants to bring me up. Meanwhile, in my version of events, I'm just simply talking about the facts, have my notepad, still to this day, all these legal pads. But the best part about it is how is my version and this man's version so completely fucking different? But yet he mentions me in his version that he wants to report on. Well, that just tells me that his mind is warped. God knows where his head was, but he wants to talk about me, and that should be credible. Meanwhile, I'm the one that found the juror that was the next door neighbor of Rachel Del Tondo, and he never wants to comment that is, to this day, it has not been commented that is fact. That's not opinion, that is not alleged. This is motherfucking facts. So now you want me to give my theory on what's going on in one of the nation's biggest cases at the moment, and I'm going to tell you, well, you have so much shit that's not even true going on. That's what you have. It's whatever these reporters that want to claim that they're credible are saying is happening. And we're just supposed to clap it up. We're just supposed to be like, yeah, that's what's happening. That's what's happening. Because this motherfucker said it's happening. Well, I don't know about you guys, but I'd rather take a 0 on my fucking homework paper than copy off of some motherfucker that I think, or not I think, but the school thinks is smart. I'm sorry, I'm not going to go there with that. Like I said, I'd rather take a 0. Oh, I forgot to do my homework. Give me a 0. What can I do for extra credit? That's how I roll. In this case, just like any case, if you truly want to be an advocate for people's rights, you have to put your emotions aside. And it doesn't matter what I think. It matters what you can prove. And right now, what we can prove, because nobody can prove otherwise, is that nobody has seen Brian. Can peeps see me? Tits up. Yep, we can see you, tits. Get nasty in chat. Woo! But I want somebody to talk about this. Nobody has seen Brian. There is no surveillance that says Brian brought back the van. And whether they are preserving their investigation, which they have every right to do, and I recommend that they do that, I think everybody should just back the fuck up. Because that doesn't mean that I think that Brian is innocent. That means that I think that stop false fucking reporting. Stop false reporting. Stop piggybacking people's bullshit. Who do I think brought back the van? Probability is gonna go with Brian. Do I think that Brian was alone? I don't know. I mean, fuck, who knows? They lied about everything they did on their vacation. We thought the video that she made that was 7 minutes and 58 seconds was of that van lifestyle. It was not. It was them vacationing prior to it. Their engagement, they're this, they're that. That wasn't van lifestyle. That is not van lifestyle. Van lifestyle is not that luxurious, folks. It's not. Unfortunately, wait, to the moon and back. I'll take my bougie ways. You can take the van lifestyle ways. That's my comment on that. When I saw the brother posted justice for Gabby, hashtag justice for Gabby, that means that Gabby, in my opinion, with her brother saying justice for Gabby, means that Gabby, it is a homicide. Her brother wouldn't have hashtagged justice for Gabby if it was not a homicide. So I believe that her family is in possession of the autopsy. I do believe that. Because of that hashtag. If Gabby would have taken her own life, I don't think that her brother would be saying that in a hashtag. I think that we can all remember yesterday they gave no reports on the condition or anything like that. They spoke nothing of it. Well, her brother's social media posts said everything I needed to see, which was justice for Gabby. And justice for Gabby would mean, that would mean to me, homicide. Somebody took her life. What do you guys think? Why is the FBI at the home? Why wouldn't the FBI be at the home? I think that the FBI would be. I mean, the FBI has been all over. And if you don't think they have, like, I don't know what to tell you about that, but they've definitely been all over. I also think that they have surveillance. They either have a bunch of surveillance or they have no surveillance. And that's problematic. If they don't have any surveillance, that's going to be very problematic for them. I know they asked for the help of the public, which again, I still think that they need help then. I don't think they're lying. Bridget, thank you. So very happy to see you addressing this in an impartial way. I hate this girl lost her life, 100%. But many channels are reporting straight from emotions. Yes. And I think that just goes with everything I stand for. I can be like, I think the obvious thing is that there was a life that was lost. I think the less obvious thing is what had happened. And when you want to cloud your judgment with the emotion of a lost life versus, you know, finding out what happened so that you can prosecute properly. I think it's like anything, guys. Think about when someone breaks up with you in a relationship. What do? You get emotional. You get like crazy. And you say stuff that you don't mean. You do things that you don't mean. But everything is triggered off of emotions. And I think that a lot of people that are, that's no different than these reporters, these YouTubers, these TikTokers, whatever, in social media, whatever. I saw all I needed to know when I saw that Gabby and Brian, because I don't know who did the video, but when the video came out that it wasn't of their van lifestyle and that they were using other footage, that's, so everybody wants to say, oh, they were so happy, don't let social media fool you. They were so happy like a year ago and 2 years ago. That's what those photos are from, with a little bit of stuff on this most recent trip, which, I mean, I don't know. So once again, we got to go back to everybody lies, everybody portrays to be a happy, you know, that's the downfall with social media. When you think that you're, oh, I'm able to stay in contact with my friends, I'm able to see them, I'm able to talk to them. Yeah, you are, but you have no idea what the hell they're doing or what they're going through. Because nobody posts that somebody kicked the shit out of them. Nobody posts when Tommy got a D on his report card. Nobody posts that my kid has a 1.6. Nobody's posting that you missed your period and you had sex with 6 guys and you have no idea who the dad could be. You know, just like The Bachelorette, when they say it's reality television. No, it's not. None of this is reality. This is what you want people to think your reality is. Two totally different things. Do you think the cops did the right thing when they pulled them over? No, I do not. It's 100% hardcore no. You see physical signs of clearly somebody did something to somebody, and then you have a couple different instances where there is quote unquote conflicting statements. Somebody's lying. Somebody's recollection is failing them. How about that? when you want to use the words and everybody wants to hide behind mental illness, the cops did the same thing. They hid behind mental illness. Oh, I just think that it's, just some mental health. Mental health? Well, okay. So that doesn't make any fucking sense to me. Let's put her or him here and this person here, but then in the morning they just what? They reunite and hug each other and say, we totally avoided getting one of us in trouble for domestic violence. I mean, what do you think? They just hug each other and they're happy about the situation? No. One of them is gonna be fucking pissed. I don't know. I just know this. I'm being an armchair quarterback when I say that the police did the right thing, because everything is a judgment call. In the opinion of those officers, their experiences with domestic violence, they felt that wasn't present. You have to look at that. When you become a police officer, you taught things like to use your judgment, to use other situations, all those things. And to those police officers, but see, this is the best about being a police officer, you get to write your own fucking report. So if Tommy Joe wants to write a report that says, yeah, they were just, I thought they were high as kites and whatever, and then I'm over here writing like, no, dude, this girl was hyperventilating. I would have said, oh, you have a prescription? Like, let me see the bottle. Like, when's the last time you had your prescription? I would have been asking things to demand to see receipts. Like, I don't know why the fuck nobody asked for goddamn receipts. Oh, you guys have been traveling around, so when did you guys get out? Let's find out this background. But when you hire people out of McDonald's, I mean, that's what you're gonna get. At the end of the day, if you were to go in a ghetto neighborhood and do what the hell they did, and somebody's scratching the other person or hitting them, someone's getting fucking arrested. So what do you call that? You call it, oh, it's just a situational thing? Somebody's car was being drove and hit a curb. They thought that, watch the cam. Oh God, I think that they're drunk, they're drinking. Well, if you would have pulled them over, they could have hit another car. So just because they're not black, we're not gonna arrest them, or just because they don't have a record. I mean, nobody has a record to begin with, then we all start getting records, I guess. I just believe that hey, this is the law. This is, follow the law. Follow the rules, because guess what, at the end of the day, the law will protect you. Not your, oh my God, I should have done this. Well, yeah, you should have followed the rules. Because maybe 2 people would still be alive today, or 1. I don't know if Brian's alive or dead. But make him sweat it out in a goddamn cell. How about that? If my son calls me up and says, Mom, I fucking was drinking and driving, and I'm arrested, and I'm in the jail cell. Okay. I'm gonna behind the scenes make sure that my son has, that he's not fucked with. My son's my life. Well, what's the best thing that I could do for my son? Not enable him. No, he can see what it's like. He could have killed himself. Worse, he could have killed somebody else. Everyone is so quick to protect. Well, maybe none of you guys know what protect really means. And I think that's my sports in me, because it doesn't matter if I lost the first game of the season. I'm gonna learn a lot from that loss. But if I just bail my son out of a loss and make it a win, you think that we're gonna win a championship? You think that he's gonna be okay? No, he's not. Is it a hard thing to do? Hell yeah, it's hard. But remember when it was so hard when they were crying at night and you gotta teach them to go to sleep? Otherwise you're gonna be up every hour on the hour. How hard was it when you had to listen to them cry themselves to sleep about as a parent, you got to make some calls, but I can promise you the wrong call is enabling. And I think that my son has probably everything and anything he could ever ask for. And that includes like parents that have morals and values, and that see the long term versus the short term. I don't want the short term win. I don't want the Band-Aid over the fucking wound. I want to make sure that that wound is stitched up properly and doesn't open ever again. That's what I want. And maybe the term needs to be changed from tough love to like, I'm sorry, but long love. Like, my love for you was way longer than this one night on September 20th that we're gonna have here. Love for you goes until the day you die. So if you want to call it anything, I would call it long love, like longevity. That's what I mean. Maybe we need to get away from the term tough love, because people always want to judge on name things, but I mean, going back to Brian and Gabby, I think that as a parent for Gabby, like I said, I would have got arrested. That's my emotions. I would have broke down the door and went all through that place if I saw my daughter's car there and I didn't see her. And her dad had that right to do that. When I say right, there's consequences with that. He could have done that. And then, you suffer the consequences of if the family wants to then press charges on, whatever. But I definitely wouldn't have left the site of that home until I either saw Brian, like I would have been reporting on it. But everybody can say whatever they want, they think that they would have done. Not a lot of people that live their lives in this world watch the ID channel 24/7. And, oh my God, I would do this if this happened. And, like, you don't ever think that something like that's going to happen to your kid. I get it that the family was pleading for the parents to tell them something. If you ever loved Gabby, she's lived with you all this time, all this stuff, blah, blah, blah. I don't think they're wrong for asking for that, but they cannot be demanding of it, because if somebody doesn't know something, they can't tell you something. I don't know something, I can't tell you something. And I'll be damned if I'm gonna just like, maybe the family is emotional and a lawyer was like, listen, you cannot talk because you're just rambling on, you make no sense. You cannot talk about, this doesn't make any sense. And told them not to talk. We don't know the logistics of everything. But I believe in people's rights. I believe in my rights. I believe in your rights. And Brian has the right to remain silent. His parents do. And let the cops and let law enforcement do their job. I don't want to say don't give them a pass, but don't give them a way out. Do the right thing. Get the evidence needed to get a conviction. Get the evidence needed to get a conviction. And that comes with doing police work, doing law enforcement work. And I think that that's what this country needs, is people being held accountable to do their jobs. I'm not going to do your job for you. And people shouldn't lie to make it easier for them to do their jobs, because really at the end of the day, their job wasn't done. That was a lie. And now what's the truth? So the people in the media and the people that are the YouTubers that are streaming stuff, acting like, woohoo, look at what I just did. What'd you just do? You just reported more fake news, false media. What'd you do? You live streamed big time media. Woohoo! Everybody claps for them. That's what you did. You were basically making your platform, why wouldn't someone just go turn on their television? Oh wait, that's right, I forgot, because you're free. I get it. So you pay for Wi-Fi so they can watch you, and then your loyal subs super chat you. I mean, I don't know. But, I would love to go toe-to-toe any day. Split screen against any of those fools because they just... That's funny. And I think the worst reporting of all, and I witnessed it in the Rachel Altondo case, I witnessed it in Sheldon's case. I mean, you guys, I have like a front row ticket to all of this, right? And I'm gonna tell you the worst thing possible is this live breaking news. I'm here at the courthouse standing outside and this is what's going on. Wait, you're live standing outside the courthouse and this is what's going on. Or breaking news here from CNN. We're all the way over here in Atlanta. Oh, well, I'll just take care of it myself. Oh. Thank you, Mod Squad. I give a shout out there to... Probably my guess is a little bit of mix of this and a little bit of mix of that. That's funny. Anyways, that's the worst reporting is like, oh, here, we're live here. We just got here. We have no idea what's going on, but we're just going to act like we do. Yeah, so da-da-da. And then you hear that and you're like, oh, this, that, or that. No. And then everything gets debunked. And it's like, who gives a shit about breaking news within 1 second when it's wrong? Because then all you did was just half of the world is hearing something. It's just, it's not true. And it's a fucking joke. But hey, I'm here. You know what that means? You just punch in with your card and you just leave for work. You're a fucking Taco Bell worker. You punch in, you fucking leave. You punch out. That's what you are. That type of reporting. All right, I'm gonna go back through your guys' questions, comments. I really wasn't paying attention, so here we go. Lana, you're awesome, fucking goddamn right. Beep beep. Jean girl, love it. Let's back up. I don't think his parents really knew what was going on. I definitely don't think so. But what throws me off is that he did fly back home for those 6 or 7 days. So I have questions about that. Hey, Lana, your opinion. Do you think he's involved in her disappearance? Right now we have two, I just feel like right now we have 2 missing persons. So for all we know, the father or the mother went back with Brian and, shit went down. I'm just saying, like, right now we have a missing person still. No law enforcement person has seen him. Until I see surveillance that shows that Brian drove that van back, I'm the type of person that I have nothing to say about that because I have no idea. Brian's missing. Brian's never been seen by any law enforcement person, so why would I make a comment? Lana, are you going to try to help Brian or possibly Gabby's family? I don't see that being needed right now. So if they wanted me to look at evidence, I'd be more than happy to. I I can spot stuff like I think nobody can, but I just think that it's in the best hands right now, and it needs to stay in the best hands. But I will sit here all day and say that Gabby's parents have the right to remain silent. Gabby's brother, you know, everybody has the right to remain silent, and we cannot use them invoking their rights against them. And if you do, then I just really don't want you being on my channel, because those are their rights. Like, this is their life. They're invoking their right for their life. You have to let that happen. That's part of life, and it's an important part of life. You guys, you know, you don't lose 15 pounds in a day. Everything's a process. So do it the right way and the right results happen. Just like losing weight, just like winning sports. Do it the right way, fundamentals. Lisa, Miss Wilson there, I hope they ask you, in my gut, I really think that you would help them if you could. Honestly, right now, I'm not gonna lie, even if I wanted to help them right now, I always told myself that I would never take on more than 4 cases at a time. And between Sheldon's, Jamie's, Rachel Altondo's, and Lindsay Pardon, I'm at my 4. That doesn't mean that I wouldn't look at evidence or discovery to try to find something that they couldn't. Let's see. Yeah, groundbreaking. Callie, exactly. I think the media should be stressing our rights. And guess what, guys? They don't. So think about that. Who do they care about? Who does the media care about if they're not, if they downplay, or what's the word I want to use? If they come at you in terms of like degrading, that you want to invoke your rights, if they are degrading you of that, I think you should deck them. Like, what? Why would somebody who's in the media degrading me of using my rights and invoking my rights? I mean, I don't think it's ironic, though, that one of the things that Brian put on his social media was about media. Brian hates the media. He saw the media standing outside of his house. You think Brian's going to sit in his house and be subjected to the media, who he hates? Brian could probably survive camping for a long time. Do I think that's what's going on? I have no idea. I'm just simply saying his words, not mine. He's not a big fan of the media. He can hike and camp for days. So where do we think Brian is? In the fucking woods, in the swamps. Brian doesn't need his parents for shit. He clearly left them and went on a van life. Do I think he needs his family? No. Do I think that he was asking his family for help? No, I thought it was Gabby's parents that were door dashing them. When people want to say, oh, Brian's family's rich, where are you getting this from? This is what it is. And I'm not saying it's not true, but where is your fucking proof? There is none. Unless you can show me tax returns, I'm not going to speak on any of that shit. Otherwise, I look like a fucking fool. But see, that's the difference between me and these other people, is that when Natasha Cooper looks like a fool, oh, the FBI is outside the Watts' house raiding the place. It's all taped off in yellow. But then she doesn't have to answer for her fucking stupidity and her fucking lies. Oh, well, groundbreaking news here with the Gabby and Brian case. We're here showing you. We're the first people to bring it. What? Stream shit? Streaming? You're streaming big fucking media. Big fucking deal. I could afford cable. I watched the whole fucking thing. Get fucked. I'm right here. Me and my team, we good. Yep, you're really good. You know how to stream other people's fucking lives. Woo! You and Jay for Justice, baby, taking the streams. We are the streaming queenin'. Forget screaming because we ain't getting no orgasms, but we are streaming the live streams for other people. Woo!
Flumist Quadrivalent, an option recommended by the CDC.
You know, when I think about Debris, this one goes out to you.
Verbo Mountain Cabin. With a kitchen.
This goes out to you, Boston. When I think about Debris. Disturbed, down with the sickness. Give it to me. Your money. What? Again, when I think of Debris, I think about get down with the sickness. I think about everything that's sick. AKA doxing my dad, lying about people's mental health, lying period, and singing to me your sick, sadistic songs. That's what I think about. Oh my, I know. Hey guys, I'm bringing you all the news here firsthand off of the stream of Chopper 5. I looked at that video one time and told you that that shit was not the same vehicle. Looked at it live with you guys. I was live and said that is not the fucking van. You got Natasha Cooper in watching this 7-minute and 53-second clip of their van lifestyle, and no mention to says, oh my God, this isn't their van. Like none of this footage is from this. No, because it's breaking news. FBI is at Christopher Lee Watts' house. My next song goes out to Debrissa's ex-husband. Oh, sorry. Sorry. I clicked the wrong button! Okay, so this song goes out to the one person that I think made the best choice of their life. The red jumpsuit apparatus face down. Got a lot of songs out there. On a serious note, why do y'all reckon people watch her? Why? Same reason people watch Jerry Springer. Everybody likes a train wreck. The people that watch Natasha Cooper are the people that watch Jerry Springer, period. Well, my research team has just given me exclusive evidence that the FBI is inside the Watts home and the dogs are in the Colorado home. 2 minutes later, oh my God, never mind. It's a cesspool. Oh my God, Jerry Springer. You are not the father. What? You are not. You are not true crime. Yeah, it's just a shit show.
3,000?
It's like when someone gets in a car accident, why do you fucking stop?
Act like you got some sense.
You just can't stop looking at it. I don't know.
What we talking about? Don't get out there playing it, okay?
I do every night. That's all I know how to do, man. You know.
I ain't flew all the way overseas in the middle seat for us to get over here.
Oh my God, Parker!
Like you got
Parker!
You might
Parker!
Not money. This is both money.
Parker, I love you!
Do your thing.
Parker, will you give up your marriage so act like Lana for 30 days straight?
All right. You before that, 3,000.
I know!
I'm telling you.
What?
Mess it up there.
You would give up my marriage to act like Lana like 30 days straight? Okay, sign me up. Hey guys, my name's Lana.
Float on water.
Hey guys! Boston, I swear to God. Sorry guys, I just can't. Whew. Well, hopefully everybody's made it home safely. Let's see. Well, I think everybody, you got your answers. Lana, keep on humming. Thank you, I will. I'll try my best. Appreciate it. Yeah. I guess I'll just live stream people. Nana, nana, boo, boo. Nana, nana, boo, boo. I can't feel my vagina. I haven't seen it in 4 days. What? I mean, 4 weeks, 4 months, 4 years. What?
Are you ready for a new season of fun? Get trucking at Crown Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Dublin.
I'm not wishing anybody a good night.
Pass the carrots, please.
This is Cooper's house.
Yes, dear.
Swallow. What the fuck is
What
that?
is that?
What is that shit?
I know what that is.
What is that?
That's music.
Blue tit.
Douglas, see, please. He's just a child.
Don't Douglas see me.
Don't fucking Natasha Cooper me. What?
All right, mister, what do you think you're doing?
Watching that true crime off of that.
This is a pigsty. I want you to straighten up this area now. You are a disgusting slob. Stand up straight. Tuck in that shirt. Adjust that belt buckle. Tie those shoes. Twisted sister. What is that?
It's
Wipe
Cooper
that
and
sweat
Debris.
off your face.
It's Cooper and Debris.
Understand? What is that? A twisted sister pin on your uniform? What kind of a man are you? You're worthless and weak.
Blue
You
tit.
do nothing. You are nothing.
Swallow.
Sit in here all day and play that thick, repulsive, electric twanger. I carried an M16 and you carry that.
You carry that big time media propaganda bullshit, Cooper.
Guitar. Who are you? Where do you come from?
You got Jerry Springer's kids watching you.
Are you listening to me? What do you want to do with your life?
No, your media bullshit. Raven, get your ass down here. Bring Swallow with ya. We gotta stream Fox fucking News. Get your junk cock head and get your signature on my next loan, girl. We're trying to make the deadline. Get your signature over here now for that unemployment line. Chopper 5 here. We're over here in Wyoming Natasha Cooper's live, stealing the Chopper 5 with Debris. Everywhere you look, it's just Debris. Get your own fucking new oohs. But that's right, you can't think anymore. Nana, nana, boo, boo. I live stream other people and claim it's my information. Woo! You are not the mother, nor the father. All right, guys, I'm going to call it a night. Till next live.
As someone who resembles someone else, I appreciate that Liberty Mutual knows everyone's unique. That's why they customize your car insurance, so you only pay for what you need. Oh yeah, that's the spot.
I think secretly MJ covered the Malaysia flight due to all the debris that was found. I think that was like a kind of like a low blow dig, but that's just my guess. I don't know.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty. Hitting the road this summer? Not all 5G networks are created equal. T-Mobile covers more interstate highway.
Oh, Harvey!
Than the other.
Oh, Harvey Dent!
T-Mobile, America's largest, fastest, most reliable 5G.
Aww. That's how quick my fingers are, Harvey. Not like your dick. What? The Natasha Cooper went down in Georgia. It was the biggest thing I've seen.
The devil went down to Georgia. He was looking for a soul to steal. He was in a bind because he was way behind. He was willing to make a deal. When he came across this young man sewing on a fiddle and playing.
All right, you guys have a good night. I'll see you guys soon. Peace, late. What?